Hello, 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 Mosaic Souls. Hey, Mosaic Souls, this is Rachael Alexander, artist and Mosaic Soul mentor, aka spiritual health and life coach. So, today I wanted to talk about why you deserve a new normal. So, this is specifically for you if you are looking to transform your life in a positive way, if you're looking to transform your health, if you're looking to shed weight, if you're looking to maintain weight, if you're looking to reverse disease. Hey, Miss Penelope, how's it going? What's up? So I wanted to talk about, are you normalizing a life that's less than what you deserve, right? And for many of us, we have a tendency, especially in today's society, especially as women, we have a tendency to be able to have such a pain, high pain tolerance where we are always expecting to experience pain. So, on a physical level, let me give you an example. Let's say that you have some type of disease or some type of thing like fibromyalgia or something like, period cramps, or maybe you are dealing with fibroids or tumors, or maybe you are just having bad digestion. And maybe you've been living with this for years and you're like, this is just how it's going to be. Maybe you've gone to the doctor and they say, we can't do anything for you. Take this pill for the rest of your life, right? And we've normalized that to where like we have accepted that, okay, this is going to be my life. I'm going to have to deal with pain for the rest of my life, right? That's a physical example. Another example would be if you're dealing with anxiety or depression. And sometimes, especially us women, we might not even know that we're dealing with anxiety and depression, and it might just kind of creep up, kind of come up behind our backs. Exactly, right? We might kind of come creeping up, tapping on our shoulders and be like, hey, I'm here. And most of the time it doesn't even tap on your shoulder. It just, all of a sudden, you find yourself not going out anymore. You stop talking to your favorite people. You stop doing things that you love to do. And you are just working, no longer having fun, no longer focusing on what you love to do, no longer doing things that bring you joy. You see what I'm saying? Yes, sis, right? So that is like, those are just sort of two examples, right? So you have this physical example, this sort of mental, emotional example. Let's talk about spiritual example, right? There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world right now, and it's always been going on in the world right now, but it's just super heightened right now because a lot of stuff has to be brought up in order to be healed. That's just the level of consciousness that we are at on the planet. On a spiritual level, not nourishing our souls, right? How many times are we settling for not doing work in the world that we love to do, for not doing our heart's callings, for not following our desires, where we're leaving our creativity in the past, right? Where we're no longer doing what lights us up, right? The things that we used to do in our teens, the things that we used to do in our 20s, the things that used to bring us joy, we no longer give ourselves permission to do that because we gotta chase after the paycheck, you know what I mean? And then we are so conditioned against our own dreams. We're so conditioned against following our hearts, believing that it's not possible to be supported in doing what we love to do, right? It's not possible to be supported on the earth, right? To actually create a life that supports us in being who we truly are, who we came to be, not only as human beings, right? Our own little individuated expressions, but as divine beings having this human experience, right? And so that's what I really want to just kind of focus on. Are you settling for a life that is less, I don't know if it paused. Are you settling for a life that is less than what you deserve, right? You deserve a new normal. Your normal should be you wake up every morning excited to get out of bed because you have a day filled with doing things that you love. Your life should be you wake up and you're able to use the restroom without having digestive issues, or for us ladies, going to the moon cycle, that your moon cycle is easy and breezy, that you're not skipping periods, or you're not dealing with fibroids or tumors or cysts, right? Like that should be our normal, right? Mentally and health wise, right? Like your normal should be that when stuff hits the fan or when things arise, because of course we came here for contrast, but when those things happen, we don't let it take us down for years and years and years. When months later we're waking up recognizing like, oh my God, I'm still, like what happened to me doing all the things that I used to love to do? How did I even get into this funk of depression and sadness, right? So this is where we have to start to take a stand for who and what we truly are. And, you know, this is why I do the work that I do in the world through my health coaching and life coaching practices, because I really want to empower women not only to shed the weight doesn't really matter. It's about getting back to who you truly are, right? Because there's so many reasons why women gain weight. Sometimes we use it as protective layers, right? And so many other reasons why we get fibroids and cysts and other stuff. Like, we have these things that arise in our lives as protective layers to protect us from things that we weren't dealing with, or for like fibroids and cysts, where we weren't even allowing ourselves to express our creative potential, right? We're not, you know, because when you think about the womb is the sacred place of creativity, of where all creation begins. And so when we start to have diseases and illnesses and things like that in that area, that means that part of our, that sort of second chakra, right? That sacral chakra is being tampered with. It's not in, you know, full motion to provide us the support system and the foundation for us to be creative, divine beings in the world, right? So you want to think about these in so many different ways, right? Are you settling for a life that you know that you deserve more, right? Are you settling for less, right? Are you normalizing these things that maybe a doctor has told you? Maybe, you know, a girlfriend is like, yeah, girl, I deal with that too. And you guys bond over that. And so maybe some part of you feels like, oh, well, if I lose this part of me, then I'll lose that friendship, right? Like, there's so many reasons why we do things, right? So I really want to encourage you to stop settling, right? Why you deserve a new normal. Your new normal should be living a life that's full of joy, living a life that's full of health and wellness. Your wealth, and that's your wellness, your well-being is so, so important. And that's another thing. You know, so many people talk about, you know, I talk with women every day, right? And, you know, some of us, we fight so much for our lack and limitation. Like, you know, I know how much money, I was telling a girlfriend earlier, I know how much money people be spending on things that they deem as important. Like, why would you not value your health? Like, this is the thing that's going to be taking you throughout your entire journey on the planet, and you're willing to, especially my Black ladies, okay? I know, my women of color. Yes, sis, right? Yes, Miss Elena, right? I know how much people be spending money on their hair and their nails and their cars, right? You spending, you know, $400 or $500 on that car note, but you will not spend $400 or $500 on getting health coaching or getting something, learning a skill set that's going to take you for the rest of your life, that might even prolong your life, right? Like, why is that not a priority, right? For my sisters, like, your health needs to be your priority. Your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, that needs to be a priority. If it's not a priority, what the hell are you living for? You don't have anything to live for, right? Like, you might be like, find yourself in a slump. You might find yourself in depression. You might find yourself gaining those extra 10, 20, 30 pounds, right? Like, exactly, Miss Penelope. I feel you. Yeah. So it's like, you end up finding yourself on this pathway and you didn't even know, like, how did I get here? And it's because we aren't taught. You know, it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you, but this is sort of like a calls to arms, right? Like, it's not about blaming or anything. It's about saying, this is where I'm at. I didn't learn this skill set. None of us are taught this stuff, right? I was blessed to have a mother who taught me all about prevention versus cure, because she's a physician's assistant. But not all of us are taught this stuff. And even some of the stuff that I learn now and that I help my clients with now is stuff that I had to learn by investing in my education, investing in learning and growing as a human being, right? So it's like, we didn't know this now, but now it's like, are you willing to take the necessary steps to get you to where you need to be, mind, body, spirit? Like, if think about it, how much more money would you be able to make if you were healthier, if you were happier, if you had more energy? You see what I'm saying? How much more confident would you feel if you were able to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm digging myself, like, instead of feeling like something and then you end up taking action because you like, I don't really want to go out because I look like crap, right? Like, we've all been there, right? I've been there too. Like, you know, you wouldn't think that. Like, you know, when I had the ovarian cyst that I was carrying for however long, I used to hate going out because I would have people thinking that, you know, I was pregnant and I was not pregnant, right? So I know what that feels like, to feel embarrassed by your own body, but it doesn't have to be that way. We can heal ourselves, right? The body is powerful, but healing and all that stuff only starts with shifting your mindset. Stop settling for what you think you have to deal with, right? Like, just because we have high levels of pain tolerance does not mean we need to be dealing with pain on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? So I hope this is making sense. I'm done with my little rant. Feel free to post any questions if you have any, but that's all I wanted to talk about, is why you deserve a new normal, because you are a divine being. You are a divine being. You came here to have this human experience. Ashe, sis, right? You came here to have this human experience, but you didn't come here to suffer. Maybe we came to experience a little challenge, a little contrast, right, for the fun of it, but you didn't come here to wallow in depression, anxiety, and feeling overweight and dealing with these womb issues, my sisters, and dealing with these diseases and all this stuff that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, because we're not addressing the root of the problem. You see what I'm saying? So you deserve a new normal because you are a divine being. And if you are looking for support in this area, please, I'll put a link below, but visit me where you can hop on a call with me to get support in creating this health and wellness in your life. Whether it's like you're wanting to shed some weight, whether you're wanting to get support, and creating these holistic health practices that become your new normal. You see what I'm saying? That your new normal is, I wake up feeling good, okay? I wake up feeling great, and I love my life, right? That should be your new normal, right? So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Peace, love, and light.